Sounds good. All right, well, hello, we're team number one. My name is Eric. I'm going here with Kendrick and Spencer from the University of Calgary. We're pretty excited to try and share our proposed improvement plans that can get issues back. First of all, I'd like to discuss some of our strategy kind of coming in and approaching the problem. So we have focused on three key things. Number one was invoking realistic change. So we wanted to propose things that could be attainable by the actual town of Banff, things that they could start to begin work on, and not big projects that were kind of unachievable or required enough for businesses. We wanted to focus a lot on the social impact. We wanted our solutions to directly result in an impact that is positive on both the residents of Banff and tourists alike, as well as sustainability. We want our propositions to align with Banff's sustainability mission, and we also want to consider environmental impacts as a top priority when we're considering our propositions. The first thing we have is a bike path. This came from a local in Banff. We went to the Banff Brewing Company to have beer after we met you guys, and he said straight up, what is one thing that you would do to help improve traffic in Banff? And the response that we got was a bike lane. And we learned a lot that the bike infrastructure is not the best. It encourages bikers on the road with vehicles. And we know that there's been stuff such as the e-bike rebate program and incentives that have shown positive trends towards getting more bikes on the road. And we think that building infrastructure to help support this and continue this trend in the right direction. In order to do this, we looked at the census data from 2017, and we decided we wanted to target the populated areas in Banff and kind of direct that traffic towards the downtown corridor. We also wanted to design barriers as a system on the road to help ensure safety. That was one of the concerns we got when we were asking about this problem, was that tourists come around and driving on the road looking at the mountains, and safety was a concern from the individual we spoke to. So these were kind of the two key things that helped drive this proposition. As you see here, this is our initial proposed plan for the bike route. It goes off of what we have for recommended bike paths already, which is on the road. And as I discussed, we would be adding in a separate individual lane. It may require some construction to expand the road in areas. We noticed as we were looking, there's certain areas where the path, or like a walking path beside the road. So it looks like it's already getting used for that and just making something more concrete. It's only 4 kilometers long, our initial proposition. We think similar to the studies that have been done already. It should be studied when first implemented, and if successful, it can be asset line. We also think this aligns great with the green initiative in Banff and helps get not only bikes off the road that cars are on in their own individual sections, but helps more bikes on the road and hence less people.
Yeah, moving into our sort of second idea of the solution is actually intercept parking. So we're talking to the town of Banff. We realized that intercept parking has been really successful as this stops cars from going into downtown, and so now visitors can park the cars and then walk or take a bus or other form of transportation. What we found is that this solution reduces the impact on minimally intrusive development and reduces impact on the ecological footprint and the wildlife corridor. Although it is expanding infrastructure in Banff, we think it's a very low impact for other solutions. We also think it's very, very cost effective. As obviously we're not making multi-layer parking, so the surface level parking, which is the most cost efficient. Some quick little background on the current parking, which I'm sure you're all aware of, we've seen many times so far today. But yeah, there's the one intercept parking currently just at the train station or at the west entrance of downtown. What we got the feedback from the town council is that we do not want to expand the intercept parking downtown. They want to bring on the other side of the city as that stops visitors coming in, and they don't want to expand parking at all down in areas that just incentivize people to come into the town. So what we did is actually we took 2 locations that was proposed by the town of Banff. One being at the Fenlands Recreation Center, just expanded their current parking lot, adding about 300 parking stalls, and then the other one being at the Elmwoods location, which is at the east entrance of Banff. And so what we did is we looked at the walkability of both locations. So as you can see, we did a network analysis. We're seeing as you get further a deeper red, the farther away it is. We found that both locations will be reasonable for visitors to stop and walk downtown. The Fenlands location would actually be preferable for walking, but also Elwood is right along that avenue, which has buses and other forms of transportation on it already. We also took into consideration the volume of which both the west and east entrance takes in. We found that the west entrance actually has more volume. So we propose that the east entrance gets put in first, and that would reduce the volume going into the town. So it would overall sort of benefit the congestion.
So just going more into the geomatics technology, and we're trying to implement something on technological. So we came up with an IoT-based solution, which is Internet of Things. So the idea is that we take a bunch of sensors. So we learned from the town of Banff Council is that you guys have a lot of sensors, and it's like you have cameras and everything, but they're sort of independent in a sense, and they're not communicating with each other. So we're talking about like intersection cameras, car cameras from the bridges, parking lot sensors for cameras, traffic lights, pedestrian tracking, and Wi-Fi tracking for people using their phones on the street, and tracking all of this and coming it into cloud system base that we're able to monitor that and kind of make a hub of computing and being able to make a concrete decision. So thinking more into that, the idea is to build upon existing infrastructure. Like I previously said, there's a lot of cameras. There's 9 camera intersections. There are cameras on the parking lot area. There's a parking lot that monitors if the parking is full. There are also car counters on the bridges that monitors how many cars there are. So our idea is to not make like an AI model. It's more to make a data-driven empirical decision that can say, oh, you have 200 cars on the road, so why don't we let them go rather than have a time counter that keeps them go? Another example is you guys have the green button that green override that lets cars go for a minute and a half. So that's something that a person has to go and kind of press a button that says, oh, let's all take these cars and move it. But if we have that data, why don't we take that and kind of make it more integrated and more of a smarter solution? And the idea here is not to stop cars coming into Banff. It's more to keep the traffic flowing by telling them information and directing traffic certain ways. Furthermore, this could be improved by collaborating with other software such as like Google Maps or like Waze or Apple Maps, where we could provide real-time position or information that tells them, oh, this parking lot is full, let's not go there, or use this route instead. So I'm just going to go in more into the detail. This is the east entrance coming from Highway 1. This is the road coming from Highway 1, and if you turn left, that goes into the intercept parking lot. It is an uncontrolled intersection right now. It's a bit of a choke point. I've personally been there stuck on a long weekend for 30 minutes waiting to get into that. So what we notice is that a lot of cars are trying to turn left. So if we have information, prerequisite information from like the parking lot being full, for example, we can kind of say, oh, why don't we add the sign that says no more left turn? So you have to go straight, or like the control lights in a way that we can make the flow of traffic more manageable and not back up all the way to Highway 1. And another important thing is we're trying to do is make it so that information is given in real time. So there could be a sign that says, so parking lot is full, so try to look for something different, or don't waste your time. And this is the data that was provided by the town of Banff Council. And you can see this is on the right here is the length of stay for cars inside the intercept parking lot for July and August. And a considerable amount of cars are spending their time 10 to or about 15 minutes inside the parking lot. And the biggest thing there is that they're in that parking lot, but they are not able to find a parking spot. That's why they leave within 15 minutes. So that is about 11,000 cars just in 2 months that are in that area trying to look for a parking spot. And we are letting them roam around in the parking lot and kind of flowing it there. So our solution is more to manage traffic and direct them, allowing them to go somewhere else using the prerequisite data that the infrastructure already provides. So just going into the conclusion, we have 3 of our main stations. The first one is the bike path. It produces a positive impact for locals. We were able to talk to locals and connect with them and see what they are experiencing. And it's also promoting tourism and safer mobility experience. For intersect lots, it's a proven solution from the town of Banff. It's something implemented already. Let's continue pushing that for now. And it's able to promote that conservation plan for Banff that promotes walking from the intercept lots out of the edge of town into the downtown Banff. And finally, the IoT technology is a geomatics technology that's managing traffic and pedestrian safety at the same time, stepping more into a smarter town setup. Thank you very much.
Thank you.